What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Batman Detective Comics, issue number 1103. This one is written by Tom Taylor, with artwork by Michael Yannon. This is The Courage That Kills, Part 3. The Lion, Courage, Cowardly Lion. I'm some sort of Wizard of Oz reference. But basically, in this issue, Batman's kind of feeling the effects because he was basically poisoned. Unless they have an antidote, it's just like 48 hours to basically solve this case before he has to quarantine. So the Michael Yannon artwork is really solid here, and Batman has to go to Metropolis, not to see Superman, mind you, but to see Lois Lane, because she's the best investigative journalist on the planet. She just is. She's Lois. She's an icon. And I like the use of Lois in here, in this issue. I like her repertoire with Batman, the way they kind of play off one another, and she uses her skill sets, and Batman uses his to kind of formulate a plan and kind of get to the bottom of this stuff with this connection to the Lion and like Star Labs and all that too, and how this drug is basically taking away people's fears. It kind of makes me think back to the was the New Batman Adventures episode, Nothing to Fear, or it wasn't Nothing to Fear. It was the one where Scarecrow goes in there and Batman loses that, and he's like threatening to kind of cross the line with different characters and the dangers of having fear. And there's an importance to have fear in some instances. It makes us think a little bit more wisely when it comes to things. And Batman has to kind of wrestle with the fact that he's either falling into this trap with the Lion or he's going to cross the line or something like that. So just kind of think things more clearly, tread lightly, and be a little bit smarter about situations. And also the Lion is there, and he wants to kind of like wipe out his fear from every villain. So he's fighting the Scarecrow at one point and kind of has him like strung up like an actual Scarecrow, which is kind of neat. So and the Michael Yannon artwork is pretty solid. So yeah, pretty fun little issue. Nice use of Lois Lane throughout it, and I just love the way this comic book draws. So I think Tom Taylor's actually doing really good on Detective Comics right now. I think this is kind of like a perfect little corner for him. Just tell some detective stories with Batman, have a little fun, and just that. Like I said, utilize the characters well, and I think Superman and Lois are utilized pretty well in this issue. I'm liking the storyline so far. I'm really liking the artwork, and I'm gonna say, like, I think his run on Detective is better than his run on Nightwing, and definitely better than Superman Son of Kal-El. But yeah, like I said, if it's going well, I gotta give props where credit is due. So I think this is a pretty solid ongoing right now, and if you're not checking it out, do yourself a favor, give it a read, and maybe you'll really enjoy it. So there you go. Not much else to really say about this one. Like I said, I'm just kind of rapid firing a lot of these videos out back to back to back to back. If DC did, it's weird how some weeks it'll be like no comics, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's 10 at once or something. Like, oh, come on, I got to catch up with all this stuff in time for the new week. So there's actually one I noticed that was a DC KO tie-in too, that was from like 2 weeks ago. So like I'm already late on that one, so I'll get that one out when I get it out. But yeah, we'll get to that one later on. But anyways, what do you think of Detective Comics number 1103? Post your comments down below, all that other fun stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.